Have you seen that clip from, what is it, Sex and the City going around?
No.
I've seen it going around, but I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched
hate
it.
that show so much. It's so boring and stupid.
But I wasn't sure, was this a parody of
Really?
Sex and the City, or this, what,
It
Sex and
might
the
as well
City,
have been.
Sex and the City ruined millennial women.
Yes. Yeah,
Really?
Sex
Sex
and
and
the
So
City. So
childless millennial women are going to be a huge problem going forward.
They're going to be miserable.
They're going to be
right
so
They're
miserable.
just going to be miserable.
And right, but the issue is that they're going to be getting more power.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And they're going to vote.
And
so
they're going to
They do,
vote,
yeah.
and they're going to be lawyers, and they're going to be in the DOJ, and they're going to be judges, and it's going to be bad.
I'm just saying, when they're in their 70s, they're all going to vote for state, state-funded, like elderly care of some sort. Like, what I mean to say is, instead of relying on family
they don't have
and
kids.
private individual support, their only choice is going to have to be some kind of more socialist or communist.
Which is exactly what was marketed to them. Remember the
Right.
Obama
Precisely.
ad for Julia?
100%.
You know, the
Yeah,
single
Julia,
woman.
yes.
And then Biden had one too.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know, her
A
sister.
mom and her son,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And
Horrible.
what's
That's
nice though
it.
is that I think that
This is
a lot of
what women are
Zoomers-
being sold. Women
like-
are being sold no relationship.
Right.
Your primary relationship is with the federal government.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think Zoomers are starting. It's like Zoomer females and males, like in general, are looking at this and saying, looking at millennials and saying, okay, this is generally a failed generation. You made really bad decisions. A lot of which was due to external factors. There was a lot of crazy stuff that millennials went through in their formative years, and that's true. But at the same time, we're going to learn from these mistakes and we're going to make corrections very quickly.
A lot of them are also going to be very pissed off when they find out how scammed they were by everything.
Yeah.
So
And by
there's
the
also
federal
going to be a
government.
big pushback
Yeah.
against it as
But
well.
they're going to find out
I wanna-
faster. They're
I
going to
wanna
find out
read
very
it.
fast.
I hope they do find out fast.
Yeah.
And I
agree.
hope that it's not too late for them to, have families and be
Don't
moms.
be like us.
You know.
Don't, yeah. And I want to say points for self-awareness on the topic of Sex and the City. One of the stars came out and said, I really regret living the feminist life. I'm really sorry that I don't have a family. I'm
Wow.
sad that I don't have kids. And I was like,
Wow. Do you remember which one that was?
I don't.
I think it was
wish I
Kim
did it.
Cattrall.
And didn't they
Wow.
write her out or something?
That probably.
Oh, no
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think they did. I think she's not in this one.
That's all I know about Sex and the City.
Yeah.
That one
man.
lady.
All I know is I was like looking for something to watch one time, and I was like talking to my brother. I was like, "Oh, I'll watch Sex and the City. I never really watched that show." And he was like, "Liz, you're gonna hate this show. You're gonna hate it so much." And I was like, "Man, I'll give it a try. Everybody likes it." I put it on. I watched like half an episode. I called my brother. I was like,
You were
right. I hate
were
this so
right."
much. I hate it so much. Everything about this is pure hell."
It sucks.
Yes. And it has no relevance to the New York City that I know.
Remember,
Interesting.
evil cannot create. Evil can only corrupt.
I want to.
Okay.
I'm going to read something that's
Agreed.
going to be offensive to feminists
Oh, let's
because
go,
I
let's
often
go.
do.
Excellent.
But Carl Benjamin posted this on Instagram.
yeah.
It's
even better.
It's a Reddit post where it's titled "Attractiveness Over 30," and it says, "Hi, 32 female. Have started feeling insecure over the past couple of years as I see more and more of my male acquaintances in their late 30s and over dating women in their early to mid 20s. I am by no means unattractive, quite the opposite, but seem to have trouble finding men interested in age-appropriate relationships. What is going on? Can someone just please
What is going on?
Can someone just please reassure me that there are men in their 30s out there interested in women in their 30s?
Oh, my Lanta.
Maybe, but this is not a new phenomenon, girl.
Poor
Like
thing.
this is not new.
Libby,
You know
take
what
it
I
off.
mean?
Take away. Take
Like
it away.
this is what happens. My grandfather, when he was like in his 70s, was dating a woman in her 40s.
my.
You know,
Based.
it's like, come on. Like this is what happens. Men can date anyone they want at any point in their lives, and the older they get, the more access to the dating pool that they have. And women, like when you fall in love with somebody and you're in your 20s and you think to yourself, I really want to pursue something else. I don't really have time for love in my life right
Or
now.
I wanna upgrade.
Have the love. Take the love. When love comes to you in life, accept it with an open heart
This
and
is the
move
lie of Sex
forward.
and the City.
It's
You
just
know,
as- it's
grow
just- it's
together.
inverted.
Grow
No.
together. Create a family. Create a life together.
Yes, young men can't compete. An 18-year-old guy struggles to compete against a
Right.
30-year-old guy.
Yeah, because he has no job. He doesn't know what he's
Yeah, nothing.
doing. He can barely grow a
Exactly.
beard. Like, come on.
unless you're,
hold
unless
on,
you're
hold on.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Okay,
But-
he's
but
going to be
listen.
fine.
Yeah, he'll be good.
There are some young people who reach, status faster than others. But an 18-year-old man and an 18-year-old woman, that 18-year-old woman is going to it's going to be a breeze. She pops open Bumble or Twitter or OkCupid, and she has max messages, and she can go through the pick of the litter.
Sure.
And that 18-year-old guy is going to get nothing.
Right.
But those
Relatively.
those apps are also part of the problem.
Absolutely.
Because they are expanding the dating pool far beyond what it ever was historically speaking.
Right.
And so you're going to have 80% of the women going for the top 5% of the men. And
Like it was back when we were tribal and nomadic.
right, but the pool was smaller.
Right.
But this
So
thing
you
though,
don't
where people say to themselves like, oh, this is my high school boyfriend or this is my college boyfriend or whatever, and this isn't the right time for me. Now I need to go to graduate school before I can embark on, before I can accept love in my life. That's the stupid idea.
I know, right?
When you fall in love, like, accept it. Go with that.
Well, hold on. We have a super chat from John Cordisco. He says, love Libby. Sadly, I'm too old for her.
Timely.
My guess is he has no idea how old I am.
Nice.
We've done a bunch of segments. We've had a few guests where we've talked about this phenomenon. There was one story from, I think, the New York Post covered. It said women in their 30s are struggling to find men who make the same amount they do. And the funny thing is, it's really simple. And I don't say this to be offensive, but boy, does this really trigger the left. A guy who's 35, who's making $80,000 a year, can find a woman who's 24, and he's going to be like, hey, I make $80,000 a year. You want to go to the movies or go take? And she's like, wow, okay, he's got the ability to like have fun. And a guy the same age as her is probably broken in college. Mm-hmm. Then a woman who's 35, he's going to be like, but I can have any woman, all these younger women. Why would I, go out with you? Especially like you're busy working all the time.
Right. You're pursuing your career. Have fun with that.
Yeah. And like here's someone who's young and in college and not working and wants to have fun.
Right.
No, this was the lie of Sex and the City.
Yes.
This is what was pushed. This was said that you have to sacrifice one for the other, and that was never true.
You don't. And the other thing too, you can have a career, you can have love, you can do do them together, team up.
Yes.
And make this happen as a
literally
team.
It's the plot of every Hallmark movie.
Well, you know what? There's a reason that they keep making Hallmark movies.
Right.
And those movies are all profitable. And they're all profitable. We watch them.
I saw a Reddit too. There was this guy and he was like, ladies, would you date a garbage man?
Of course.
Because I just got an offer to be a garbage man.
Heck yeah.
And it's a lot of money, but I hesitate. What?
I'm pointing at the podcast arm.
The podcast arm.
That was wonderful.
Stink bug. It's fine.
What?
Okay.
It's a Chinese
Marmorated
marmorated
stink bug.
Anyways,
The scream was priceless.
That was
dear
wonderful.
God.
I used to. I had a buddy once in this campaign office where I worked in Pennsylvania years ago, and he really got freaked out with them as well. So I had a little glass box, and I just used to collect them, and then I would hide it in different places in the office, and then I would tell him, I'd be like, "Hey, can you grab some staples and stuff?" That he would open up.
Be gentle with them. If you hit them too hard, they release a stinky.
stinky.
gas.
I would put it in his desk drawer.
Libby, so what happened? Would the women date the garbage man?
Oh, a bunch of women were basically like, swoon.
Of course. Yes.
You have a job.
Yeah.
So he's a good job, and he with benefits, and he pulls down nearly 6 figures. All right.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
And he has to get up early.
Yeah.
Right? And then, and
Doesn't sleep in.
he was like, this job will give me weekends off. I don't have that now.
Yeah, weekends off. Yeah.
And he eventually concluded the post with, I'll just tell people that I'm a delivery driver.
Perfect.
I'm really,
Exactly.
And he has a great
Exactly.
immune system.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Excellent immune
But there's
system.
this sort of goes, there's no shame in honest work.
yeah. If I was a garbage man, I'd be like, oh, I'm a garbage man.
Yeah.
Me too. And I feel very grateful for the ability to earn a living, to work. I'm so happy for that,
Yeah. And it makes me sad that these women have been sold the lie that they can't have both.
Well, we could
doing?
actually interview. There's someone else who's here that we could interview that could actually ask about this situation. Someone I personally know who got married in her 20s, had her first son at 22, went on to an incredibly successful career.
Game.
Come on.
Oh.
Come on.
Jack
Here
has a
she
lovely
is.
lady here.
A very lovely lady,
met
ladies
this
and
lady.
gentlemen. It is my mom.
Oh, snap.
My mom, Lori.
Hello.
Lori.
Strike a note with me because
Just to come down a little bit.
Yeah,
I
come
got
down. There we
married fairly young. Had Jack when I was 23.
Nice.
Had my associate's degree, and I worked at a pharmaceutical company. Got a
Microbiologist.
job. Got a job, and I went and I got my bachelor's and my master's. Had 2 children. Worked. I just retired for 40 years. from,
Congratulations.
GSK.
Sounds like you had it all.
Yeah,
I
sure,
am
sure
young
does.
enough. I just turned 60, but I have 2 little grandchildren, and I feel young enough that I can run around and chase them around, which I just did.
That's so great.
Ale czy ty mówisz po polsku?
No.
You can do both.
Yes.
And
Luke was so hoping she
if you
spoke
ever-
Polish.
Nie może po polsku.
If you wait until the best time to have children, it's never going to happen.
There's
Well,
not a
because there
best
is
time.
no best
Right.
time. There is
Yeah.
no best time. That's something
right.
I wish. I have
Yeah.
one son.
Yeah.
If I'd known that there was no best time,
No,
I
I
might have
know.
two.
We should have girl talk. Yes,
Girl
do
talk,
it.
girl
Right?
talk.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love
Check it out.
Trust me.
I mean, I wish I could have done part-time. I did work full-time, but we had a lot of support, you know.
Yeah.
so,
Was it the support was in the community?
family.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really think that women have just been sold such a lie that they either have to choose one or the other, and I think it's wrong. I think that if you find someone that you love, you have to find a way to make it work, and if that means adjusting your work schedule, you need to make it happen, because that's way more important than a job. that
And
doesn't really
you know,
care
the
about
thing
you.
too is like
That's
it.
right.
You know, it doesn't always work out, but you still have to go for it.
Yeah, you gotta
can't.
try.
You can't say when love comes into your life, you can't just say no to it.
Yeah, and they've been told they have to.
Right,
It's
because
kinda
something
sad.
else is more important. And self-fulfillment through career, you know, that can be a thing or whatever, but it's never going to be as fulfilling, you know, as having a team, as teaming up, as having a family. You know, being a mom is literally the best thing that I ever did in my.
that.
It's my favorite thing ever.
Would
you know,
agree with that?
everything
Would you
I do
agree?
is like
Being
in
a mom's
service.
pretty awesome.
Whoa,
you know?
whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
hold on. But being a mom, though.
To Jack, of course, wonderful.
Wow.
But everything I do is
Great
like, you
kids.
know, that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, is like raising my son to be a good man.
Yeah.
When you got out of high, I didn't get your name. What is your first
Lori.
name?
Lori.
Lori. When you you get out of high school and then get married and have kids
I got an associate's degree.
right out of high
in,
school.
like vet tech, and I got a job at
Oh, nice.
Glaxo's.
Did you meet like the
Yeah.
father of your children while you were in school?
I
You could
was
just say my
pretty
dad.
young.
Your dad.
Yeah.
I'm very diplomatic about
Still
that.
married.
Yeah.
Were
Just
you?
my dad.
Baby daddy.
The man
He's like right down the
Yeah.
road.
engaged the man.
He's down the road.
So what did you like know him in high school?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Very cool.
Yes, he's older than I.
And-
7 years older.
Oh, nice.
So at that time, that was
Literally what we were just saying.
My scandal,
You know.
yeah.
Yeah, it is. That's scandalous.
Scandalous, yeah.
Sounds
Yeah, but
sexy.
that's literally what Tim was
Yeah.
just saying, though. That actually
Yeah.
proves the point that,
Yeah.
and that you met what 1977, give or
77,
take,
yeah.
same year
Yeah.
Star Wars came out. But that proves the point that
Yeah.
dad to you was more attractive than someone who was your own age for a variety of reasons, and was
Right.
therefore
Yeah.
more competitive
That's true,
and a more
yeah.
compatible partner.
Yeah, that's true.
Like this is actually just a traditional thing. So sorry, Reddit lady.
I'm not sure where we got the idea that we have to be the same age as each other. I find that one partner having a little more life experience is a huge advantage in life.
Communism.
That's a big deal. Oh, communism made us that way.
Well, so the people who want to create this, they want to destroy traditional culture and create this flat blank slate society
yeah.
needs to eliminate gender differences,
Rousseau.
which are, there are immutable and like on average, I should say, gender differences.
Right.
They exist, and hormones play a huge role. It's fascinating to me that they can quite literally say like, oh, we're going to have an athlete perform in the Olympics as a trans athlete as long as their testosterone is below a certain threshold. So you're quite literally saying that men who produce more testosterone than women are affected by that, and thus there's serious biological differences between males and females. There's never. I've said this before.
You know they pulled that, right?
Yeah. But this one, I'll tell you what really triggered the feminists when I said there will never be equality between men and women. There could be political equality, like you can't discriminate on the basis
Equality
of gender.
under the law.
Right.
Yeah,
for sure.
But the
Exactly.
idea, I'll put it very, very simply. If there's a man and a woman and they both want to get a career and then have kids, the woman will always have to be the one who creates that child, which puts them out of work for even a short amount of time. That disadvantages them. I'm not saying it means they can't achieve. I'm just saying.
I don't think that's a disadvantage. I don't think having the ability to create and carry life is a disadvantage. I think it's an extra, it's an
absolutely
additional
not.
responsibility. Women do have an outsized responsibility for the furtherance of, humanity itself. But is that a disadvantage?
Well, it's
or
just
is that like a
in the
fucking-
workplace, right?
Is
If
that a
it's just a
gift?
thing.
It's
So
just
I-
a gift.
Take
Right.
a leave of absence,
You know?
or something
Sure.
like that sort of thing. I think.
But if you have to take even a week off of work that a man doesn't, then
That's
that man
true.
has an extra
Puts you
week
back.
to do the work.
Right.
But I also agree that one of the biggest problems is looking at that as being a disadvantage. The idea that women get to have children.
Yes.
It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. That's going to hurt your career's
so
prospects.
cool.
Instead of being like,
Talking about.
that's amazing. Congratulations.
I feel very strongly about this as well, because I feel like we tell women in society that we say, and this goes back to abortion as well. We say that being a mother is not something that's valuable, that being a mother detracts from your fulfillment as a human being, and we tell people, oh, you're poor, you don't have a lot of prospects. Being a mother is not for you. You should abort this child. Why aren't we saying instead, like, motherhood is kind of the greatest thing ever, and every woman can be qualified to be a mother? Suck it up, woman up, as they say.
Yes.
And
Mom up.
like do it.
Yeah.
Do it,
Motherhood
and
is-
respect yourself and respect your ability to give life. If you have the gift and can do that, not every woman can do that, and that's a tragedy for a lot of women, but you can do this. You can be a mother. If you're 17 and you're pregnant, you can be a mother. You can do this,
Thanks for checking out this segment from the Timcast IRL podcast. If you want to watch live, you can check out this channel Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Now, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and if you want more unfiltered and uncensored content with all of these guests, go to timcast.com and become a member. All of these guests you know and love in exclusive segments on our website where we are unrestricted in what we talk about, so you'll definitely not want to miss it. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you all next time.